Hey everyone, today is Sunday, January 24th. The time is 3:45 p.m. and the temperature outside is -2 degrees Celsius. I'm here at Eglinton West subway station, and the plan for this one is to head out to Eglinton Avenue West, and I'll walk for a few blocks to the west over to Marlee Avenue, and then I'll walk north up Marlee Avenue for the entire length of that street up to where it ends at Lawrence Avenue, and from there I'll jump into Lawrence Avenue West Station. There's a lot of construction work going on here at Eglinton West Station, which is soon to be Cedarvale Station, as they are constructing the LRT crosstown. There's a look into the bus bays, and that would be Allen Road. And if this part looks familiar, that's because I recorded a walk out of the station a few weeks ago, and I followed this same path, at least for the first few minutes, over to Oakwood Avenue, and then I walked south down Oakwood to St. Clair Avenue West. This is the southern end of Allen Road, which was originally to have been the Spadina Expressway, but fortunately that project was nixed. It was originally to head south all the way down along Spadina Road past Casa Loma and right through the heart of Chinatown. There's a 63 Ossington bus pulling into the station. And now I'm walking west along the north side of Eglinton Avenue. This entire area has been something of a construction disaster for pretty much as long as I can remember. And this would be the Little Jamaica neighborhood I'm entering, but as soon as I'm in it, I'll be leaving it and heading north up Marlee Avenue. And this was a walk that was actually suggested by a viewer, and somebody else brought it up in a live stream. So I thought, what the heck, why not go for a walk up Marlee? The entire length of the street should be about 2 kilometers or so. It's a mix of low-rise residential, there's some mid and high-rise apartment buildings, and a number of pockets of retail, so hopefully it makes for an interesting walk. I can't even remember the last time I went down Marlee. I've certainly never walked along it before. It would have been either in a car or on my bike. Someone's got a really loud subwoofer. So on the south side of Eglinton is Winona Drive. And on the north side should be Marlee Avenue. There comes a bus down Marlee. I wonder what number is on that. That says it's the 109B. So there's a look down the little Jamaica corridor along Eglinton. There's that guy. Jaywalks for his life. And here is Marlee. I don't really know what to expect, as I can't recall the last time I've been here, as I said, but it's always worthwhile to check out parts of the city I haven't yet explored on the channel. I'm looking to do more of that throughout the rest of the year. And it's yet another gray and bleak winter day here in the city. We did have some blue skies yesterday. I went out and recorded a live stream, but that's all I did. And I made a short bonus video for my other channel. So I think the first few blocks are just going to be houses. Most of these look like they go back to about the 50s or 60s. And I think there's a fair bit of retail up around these apartment buildings just up ahead. And this walk will span 2 different subway stations. Or 3 stations in total, but that would be if you include the station where I start. And we'll be passing by Glencairn and finishing up at Lawrence West. Here is Whitmore Avenue. You can see off in the distance there's a sound barrier there. That's for the Allen Road. And the subway runs up that part. And I see some retail on this side of the street, so let's cross over. There's a Filipino grocery store. It looks like they offer takeout food, but they don't seem to be open on Sundays. Marlee Place, bachelor 1 and 2 bedrooms available with parking. I did look up the rents at 145 Marlee, which should be just up here on the right. I would imagine it would be a bit cheaper in these smaller buildings. And just to the north of here is the Glen Park neighborhood. So if you're wondering whereabouts in the city we are, you could go into Google Maps and pop in Glen Park. There's 135. And this is Roselawn Avenue. So this continues to the east for quite a while. I think it even heads over top of Allen Road. And it's possible I walked right by it, but there's an entrance to the York Beltline Trail on the left side. There's a very good chance that I missed it. Whoops. Here's 145 Marlee. And the rents in there, they had 1 bedrooms for 1,600, 2 bedrooms for 21, and 3 bedrooms for 2,400. Those were the starting prices, utilities included. And you get your first month free. This is Riddell Avenue. I feel a bit silly for missing the York Beltline Trail entrance. I'll come back and cover that at some point, probably on my bike. That was one of the few talking points I actually had on this walk. And there on the left is Briar Hill Avenue. So I'm assuming at some point that continued from the west side of the street through where this apartment complex now is, as Briar Hill Avenue continues to the east of Allen Road, all the way to Yonge Street. There is Zito's Marketplace. Fresh hot table every day. Looks like I've stumbled upon another little patch of retail here. And this is Stainer Avenue. So this is where the Glen Park neighborhood begins. There's a tiny Rexall pharmacy. Usually there are much bigger locations than that. That's probably a really old one. That used to be a Farmer Plus. Over there we have Just Slim Variety and Filipino Grocery. Little Manila is not too far from here to the north, up at Lawrence and Bathurst. So I would suspect there's a rather large Filipino-Canadian population in this area, and there's a lechon restaurant. So even more Filipino. And given that I don't live too far from here, I'm gonna have to look that place up and perhaps order from them. Here comes an emergency vehicle. It's a paramedic. Burrito Boss. I've never heard of that place. I typically know Marlee Avenue as before they built a Domino's Pizza, or they didn't build it, they opened one on Yonge Street, not too far from where I live. Whenever I ordered Domino's, it would come from the Marlee Avenue location, which I'm assuming is this right here. What's weird is I'm not seeing a Tim Hortons or a Starbucks or any of those coffee chains. It looks like there's a school in there. Here's a bakery. And a Pizza Nova. Looks like there's a development going in across the street here. Let's take a look on the site where there's a house. A 9-story condo with retail, it looks like. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of newer developments over here. Although you might not guess based on this neighborhood, but there is a subway station just around the corner from here. Well, it looks like here's another lot. What are they putting in here? A 10-story residence with retail. Oh, this guy ran a red light. the barber shop. There's a lot of businesses here that have got to be hurting under these restrictions. Lee Chen Restaurant. And here's another place that's up for development. Another 9-story mixed use building. And this is Glencairn Avenue. The Dillon Condominiums. So just here to the right and down the street for a few blocks is Glencairn subway station. So if you're wondering why are they building new condos in this neighborhood, I guess the subway stop has a lot to do with it. What's interesting is I think I read that Glencairn subway station is the 9th least busiest station in the city of Toronto. And along Yonge Street, there's no equivalent. So on Yonge Street, you have Eglinton Station, then you have Eglinton West Station on the west side of Line 1, and then you have Lawrence Station and Lawrence West Station, but you don't have Glencairn Station on Yonge Street at Glencairn. So I'm not sure why they built Glencairn on this side of the line. You think it would make a lot more sense to be on the other side. This is Glen Park Avenue. Looked like a rather nice street, that's why I thought I'd take a look. And here comes another bus, so I don't think service is all that frequent along here. That's another 109B. Here we have a park across the street and some nice homes. Here comes another 109B. Just gonna cross over the street here. There's a sign in this park. Park naming Glengrove Avenue West and Marlee Avenue. So the city of Toronto is looking to give this park a name, it looks like. There's some newer homes. So I think Marlee Avenue continues to the north pretty much like this. I don't think there's any more retail to go by, but at the north end of the street is the Lawrence Square Shopping Center. Although I think it's actually called the Lawrence Allen Shopping Center. 718 Marlee Avenue for sale. That might be worth looking up. And that's a 120-story shopping center that opened in 1989. They're planning to build a 4-story, 28-unit building on this site. And technically, I guess, we are in Midtown Toronto. This would be sort of the northwest edge of Midtown. I might have to pop into Google Maps and verify that. I usually just type something like Midtown Toronto and it will outline the area. You'll find different definitions and boundaries on different resources that you check, but I'm generally okay with how Google defines things. There we have a psychic reader that is open. Is that an essential service? Here's a cluster of neat-looking low-rise apartment buildings. What street is this? It is Elway Court. I'm assuming that's the Allen Road straight ahead. There's another house for sale, 740 Marlee, 740marlee.com. So you could head straight there if you're curious about the details and the price. And here's another spot that's going to be redeveloped. The crozierway.ca. Or that will actually be wenderleyparktowns.ca. And just up ahead is Lawrence Avenue West. So what I need to do is get myself back to Yonge and Eglinton. Hopefully I can catch the second half of the Packers-Bucks game and then watch the Bills play the Chiefs. So I'm thinking, how am I going to get there? Maybe I'll just take the subway 2 stops south down to Eglinton West. And then I could take the 32 bus back over to Yonge and Egg. Or I could take the Lawrence bus over to Lawrence Station at Yonge and Lawrence. But they are running shuttle buses right now this weekend, much to the annoyance of many people. Actually, there's a bus I could probably go run into. There's a look at the Lawrence Allen Center. I've only ever been in there once, and that was when it was Lawrence Square. Looks like there's another lot under redevelopment. Looks like Canadian Tire is the main anchor store and a Fortino's grocery store. There's a look to the west down Lawrence. Of course, just about everything is closed in the mall. There's also a Marshalls and a HomeSense and a PetSmart and a Structube. This does not strike me as pedestrian friendly. Here we have an on-ramp to Allen Road, which is essentially a highway. And this is all the protection a pedestrian is afforded. That's not particularly good design if you ask me. And here is Lawrence West Station. So to the north of here is Yorkdale Mall, probably about 1.5 kilometers or so. Yorkdale Station would be just to the north of here. So I'm going to slip on my mask. There's a look at the southbound Allen Road. Well, that guy's going pretty fast. Like I said, it's pretty much a highway. There we go, we're all masked up. So let's go in the station for the first time on this channel. That guy seems rather oblivious to the world around him with his head buried in his phone like that. And here we go, sort of a semi-open design. And we'll be taking the southbound train. It just said 2 minutes. Oh, that would be the northbound train to Vaughan. So I hope you enjoyed this walk up Marlee Avenue. Certainly a bit different from the usual walks I post, but I'll be looking to do more of this type of thing. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. And I'll have to come back at some point and properly explore this station. Sometimes I post a lot of the shorter transit videos on my other channel, Johnny Stumbles, so check that out if you're interested. Looks like there's not going to be a train in either direction for quite a bit. Oh, here we go. I thought it said next train in 5 minutes, but this would be a northbound train. Next stop would be Yorkdale. I wonder how many people will get off this train. Let's see. One, two, three. A whopping 3 people got off that train. There we are at Lawrence West, and I'll be heading 2 stops south to Eglinton West. So thanks for watching, guys. You can check out links to my Instagram in the description, as well as Patreon if you wish to support the channel. And you can also check out channel memberships from the main YouTube page. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.